Hello everyone, welcome to Teaching Tips and Beginnology. Someone once said that the biggest problem in Indian education system is the first girl, first boy syndrome. Crazy madness. Everyone wants to come first all the time. How can it be possible? So I thought in these teaching tips I will share with you an activity students can do together as a collaborative task and then have a competition in which the slowest team that comes last actually wins the prize. I am going to teach you how to make parachute, and after making the parachute the competition will happen where team whose parachute come last will win the race. Before you start any activity with students, a good idea is to establish a code of conduct. The best thing is students develop the code of conduct themselves. Give them an A4 sheet paper and some felt pen to discuss, agree, and then write down between 3 to 5 rules that students display in a prominent place for all to see and remember. Give them a time limit within which they need to make their parachute and set them on the task. This is an activity that I have done with many teachers. As you can see, all of them had so much fun. So let's get started. To make the parachute, you will need a bean bag, a roll of masking tape, a single puncher, some strong string like the one shown here, a nut or any weight. To begin with, take one bean bag and open it out. Then find the closed end of the bag and cut it out so that it is now an empty cylinder. Open out the folds and lay it out flat. Cut both the side of the bean bag so that you will get two rectangular pieces of plastic. To make a square shape, fold one vertex of the rectangular plastic and fold it over till edges line up like this. You can see a long narrow strip of extra area. Cut it out and you have a square. Now fold over the square diagonally by bringing the opposite vertices together like this. Now the diagonal is a straight line of 180-degree angle, or you can even see as the hypotenuse of the right angle. Let's bisect this diagonal angle by folding over to get a 90-degree angle. Then fold it over once more to get a 45-degree angle. Again fold it over carefully to get a 22.5-degree angle. Here take care of dissecting angle only. Remember to keep folding the same closed side of the sheet. If by mistake you fold the open side, you will get a sheet with a big hole in the middle. If you feel nervous about this, you can practice it on a sheet of paper before you cut up the bean bag. Now unfold the sheet to get a 8-sided shape called octagon. Then put a masking tape on each of the vertices of the octagon to make it strong. If we don't do this, it will tear when you tie the string. Now you can punch a hole in each of the corner with single puncher like shown here. If you don't have a puncher, just poke a hole with a sharpened pencil or anything pointy. Then cut up the string. Each string should be approximately the length of the diagonal of the octagon. You will need a string for each of the vertex. How many vertices does an octagon have? Now tie the string securely to each corner and gather together the loose end of the string and tie them up with the nut. Remember to make sure the length of the strings are equal and balanced. If not, you can cut extra length of the strings. Now fold up the parachute as shown and you are ready to launch. Now before you throw, collect these pleats such a way so that it remains like an umbrella. Now fold it not very tightly from the apex to the base. Now wind up the string and throw. I am going to share with you some more videos of my teachers and students enjoying their parachute. It is important to have some reflection discussion after the activity. The discussion should be divided into two parts. One part to do with the way in which collaboration happened, ask whether they planned or just rushed into it. Did they have trial run or was their first attempt a success? And also ask them to think about how they reacted to failure, if any. Did they blame each other or did they start over again after finding the reason for their failure? The second part should focus on the science. Why does the parachute fall faster when it is closed? What is it that slows down the parachute? What will happen if we increase the load on the parachute? What is the relationship between the size of the canopy of a parachute and the load it can handle? The good activity is one that leads to a good discussion and reflection by the students. Please subscribe, like and share my videos with all your teacher friends and students for a joyful learning. Happy teaching.